Now it's time for Movie Friends with your hosts Michelle and Seth. We're talking film without pretension. We're finding cats that are unexpected. We'll watch a movie, film, or schmovie, and we want you to join our journey. So subscribe and share this podcast, or this might just be the last of the Movie Friends. We're movie friends. We want to be your movie friends.
Hey, welcome to Movie Friends. I'm here with my friend Michelle Rubenstein, who is just trying to have some fun before she dies.
It's true. And I'm here with my friend Seth Vargas, who wants a full week's Emperor's package at Caesar's Palace.
You know, I can't think of anything I would want less.
Right?
I am not a gambling guy.
Yeah, I'm not a gambling girl.
Casinos, scary.
Depressing.
And depressing.
Yeah.
Evil, I would maybe say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, welcome to Movie Friends. We don't like gambling.
Nope.
You know, each episode we kind of talk for a little bit before we talk about the movie. So if that bothers you, skip on ahead. You got the buttons, use them.
Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward.
Is that what you say to yourself as you're skipping? Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward.
No, but now people can hear my words as they do it, or thinking about doing it.
Now you have to give us an update. Last week, you said you were going to a rage room.
And I went.
You would update us.
Yeah, so I went to the rage room. It was exactly how I thought it would be. Funny though, Ingrid made a TikTok of it, and it blew up.
Oh.
But all the comments are, these girls aren't angry enough. There was someone like, the second girl with the bat, not angry enough. That was me.
How do I find a blown up TikTok?
I'll just send it to you. You just go on Ingrid's
TikTok.
Send
it to me. Okay.
It's the same one she posted on Instagram. I don't know if you saw that
But
reel.
it blew up on TikTok.
Yeah, on TikTok. Yeah, but funny. All the comments are like, these girls aren't angry enough. And I did say last week, I am not a really rage-filled, angry person. So that showed in the video.
So you delivered on your promise, but you did not deliver on the premise of a rage room.
Pretty much. Yeah. They had clay pigeons.
Very cool.
Which I pretty much just stuck to breaking those.
Mm-hmm.
I had no interest in, hitting printers and TVs. And
sure.
The sound of a clay pigeon breaking is a sound I am very fond of.
Yes. Michelle and I used to work at the same shooting range, just years apart.
Yep.
You know, you're loading clay pigeons into the hopper machine.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking them, shooting them. Did you ever shoot? Did you ever play a game of...
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I never did trap, only skeet.
Okay. Trap is boring, I thought. You just stand there.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, skeet was fun because you got to go to the different... Was it 8 stations?
Yep.
Right? Wow.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the last station is a double shot.
That's right.
There's the one coming at you and then the one coming over you.
The low house and the high house. Mm-hmm. I think I was able to get maybe the low house.
Yeah, if you're facing the low house comes over your shoulder, no one cares.
Yeah.
Who knows what we're talking about.
I know. Well, or people who are into, skeet.
The one person listening to this who has played the Olympic sport,
right.
skeet.
Right.
They're like, oh, wow. What a relatable group of people.
Yeah. What's going on with you? How was your week?
Kids going back to school?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that's not even me. I'm not even going, but...
Yeah, but you're a parent of kids who are going back to school, so that's a shift.
Watch some good movies.
Good.
Hey, let's head over to Fish Talk.
Fish Talk.
So, we have 2 fish. Same species.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I say it like that?
I don't know.
And we bought them at the same time, and we noticed that one of them's a lot bigger than the other. And now we've been noticing that when we feed them, the big one bullies the other one.
No.
Chases him away. So I think we got to, pull one out and let the other one eat, and then put the other one back in until it catches up in size.
Isn't it just wild how complicated the fish journey has been for you? And then my fish, little Positano, is experiencing fin rot.
Now, what is fin rot?
His fins are deteriorating.
Oh,
And so I'm like, is it the water quality? Probably. There's something going on. So I went to the pet store yesterday. I got this medication that I'm adding to the water. And I showed her a picture of him. I said, are we too far gone?
yeah.
And she was like, nah, my beta looks like that and heals completely. I was like,
The
really?
fin grows back?
Yeah. She's like, oh, the back tail, it'll grow back. Because he's swimming around, he's eating fine, but that
Yeah.
doesn't mean he's not experiencing pain.
Of course.
And then you
The
just feel
pain of a
guilty.
fish.
Oh gosh. Oh my
I
God.
know.
I really just don't want another thing to be stressed about.
Right.
But I also chose to have this fish.
You become the steward of the fish.
This is my responsibility now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Postano's been going pretty strong since March. So, and when did you get your fish? March?
I feel like around the same time.
What the
right?
heck? Why
we
did
started
movie
our
friends decide to get fish at the same time?
I don't know. Fishy friends.
Fishy friends.
Hey, we got an email.
Email.
Subject line is, my apologies to Michelle.
Oh no.
Wait, why are you oh-knowing?
Well, people don't need to be apologizing to me.
You don't know what they did yet.
Oh no. Good point.
Okay. Message says, I want to apologize right away for nominating Kill for Indian Movies Month. As soon as I pressed play on that episode, I heard the disdain in Michelle's voice, and I felt terrible for putting her through that torture. So, if you plan to do another month of Indian movies, and let me just interject, I would love to do another month of Indian movies. Who knows what will happen?
Yeah.
I would like to suggest 2 wonderful action films, Doom and Doom 2. I watched these movies for the first time a few years ago. When people recommended them to me, they said they were the Indian version of Fast and Furious, but with motorcycles instead of cars. That sounds pretty cool.
Why do you think this is the movies I should watch?
Well, maybe it's just not as violent as Kill.
Okay, I'm out. Yeah. I'm not
Now,
interested.
now, I don't want to give too much away, but I can happily say that the movies do not disappoint. There is a third Doom, but it's a complete abomination, so I can't recommend it at all.
LOL.
Anyway, I'm sorry again for subjecting Michelle to the most violent Indian movie she has ever watched. I hope she can forgive me and trust my recommendations again in the future. Smiley face, heart, smiley face.
Oh.
This is from Marley.
Marley. Well, you're recommending India's version of a Fast and Furious type movie, so I'm not sure if I'm trusting you yet. I know Marley loves Fast and Furious.
Correct.
TBD.
Have you seen any?
Like one. It's just like
Oh, they're great.
I'm sure they are. They are, but I would have to be interested in watching it,
Got it. Do you forgive Marley?
Yes, of course. I didn't even hold that against our patrons when we did Kill. We were both wondering like, oh, that's a choice.
Sure.
But also, they have every right to nominate whatever they want, and we will go for it because those are the rules.
That's right. Patreon.com/moviefriendspodcast. Hey, you get to nominate movies that we cover each month and quarterly themes, like the one that we're in right now, Natural Disaster Month. Hey, thanks, Marley.
Thank you, Marley.
And honestly, just thank you for supporting our show and nominating a movie. Like,
I know. And then sending an email.
I know.
Wow. Thanks, Marley.
Hey, so before we talk about our movie, we are going to guess what the other person is going. I feel like writing down a big old question mark. But we're going to try to guess what the other person is going to rate the movie at the end of this discussion. Now, each week we do this. We write it down in a little book. And I feel like sometimes throughout the episode, we are still working out what our rating will be. Like sometimes I go in and I'm like, no, I already know what this is. But sometimes it's through talking about it with you that I'm like, no, yeah, this is. So it's not like a guess as to what your rating is right now. It's like a guess as to what your rating will be 2 hours from now.
Exactly.
Yeah. I went to write that second thing and I went, wait a minute. Okay. I'm just going for it. I'm locked in. I'm not going to be long, drawn out, and overly dramatic like this movie.
All right. Then I'm locked in too.
All right, so we are talking about Armageddon from 1998, directed by Michael Bay, written by. Now this part, I don't know everybody who wrote this movie. They say that there are 9 writers,
Yeah.
but here are some of them: Jonathan Hensley, J.J. Abrams, Shane Salerno, and Tony Gilroy. Edited by Chris Lebenzen, Glenn Scantlebury, and Mark Goldblatt. Cinematography by John Schwartzman. Composed by Trevor Rabin. Costume design by Magali Guadashi and Michael Kaplan. Starring Bruce Willis, Billy Bob Thornton, Ben Affleck, Liv Tyler, Will Patton, Steve Buscemi, Michael Clarke Duncan, William Fichtner, Peter Stormare, and Owen Wilson. Michelle, you want to strap in and slingshot around the moon while you read our summary?
Earth, 65 million years ago, after the death.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Earth, 65 million years after the death of the dinosaurs. Little Richard is a dog that lives in NYC. He thinks it's a day just like any other, but what he doesn't know is that millions of miles away in outer space, a planet-killing asteroid is racing towards the Earth. Little Richard's only hope is Harry Stamper and his crew of roughneck oil drillers. NASA and the drillers will work together to blow the asteroid into a million pieces before the asteroid brings destruction, death, and Armageddon.
All right, let's talk about Little Richard.
He cost $20,000.
That's crazy.
$20,000. Who was specifically trained to attack Godzilla toys.
If you haven't seen Armageddon in a bit, you may forget that one of our opening scenes, after the narration, is Eddie Griffith riding down the bridge in his bicycle with a dog named Little Richard in the basket.
A white French bulldog. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for you, Michelle, are your hackles going up immediately? Are your sensors going off? Like, dog, disaster movie, Little Richard.
Yes, all of it. And also, like, this is a really cute dog. I can't believe the name of the dog is Little Richard. Like, I'm squealing, but also like, oh no, we better not start this off fresh. Like, New York City, fine, destroy it, but do not kill this little dog.
Okay. It's pretty insane, the destruction that we're getting in New York City.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, is it the Chrysler building? The Chrysler building just like snaps in half and is destroyed. We get a burning twin tower.
Ooh.
That was
rough, right?
That was yes. That was rough to see. Just odd, I guess I would say. I mean, we've seen the images of the towers being destroyed how many times between now and 2001. But there was just something about that was like, oh man.
It's very off-putting.
Very off-putting.
Yeah.
But we get this little story to kind of ground us in who these people are. And I guess like give us people to care about.
Kind of, right? Because these are the only people we get in a city that we kind of learn a little bit about. Mm-hmm. Because all the other images we're seeing are just like Americana and then all over the world, but it's no one specific.
Right. Yeah. Throughout the rest of the film, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, but now we're just focused in on this guy and his dog.
Yeah, these are our man on the street moments.
Right.
And just that they choose, it's not like a little girl walking her dog before school and you're like, oh, I'm scared for you, little girl. It is Eddie Griffith fighting with a large Samoan man saying, like, he calls him like pineapple breath or something like crazy, racist like that. Then we have Mark Curry, which, did you ever watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Of course.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Hanging with Mr. Cooper is one of those things that like no one ever talks about, but I remember watching. I loved Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yeah.
Do you remember his like bedroom was like in their living room?
Kind of.
Yeah. Look it up later, but like
I will.
He had like a little, you would like close some closet doors, and that was his living area anyway. But like he's a cab driver, and then we have these tourists who are like, I want to go shopping. And just everything is kind of like odd, I guess I'll say.
Very odd.
Odd and not exactly charming or endearing in any way. And then we get the POV of a little asteroid.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between a comet and an asteroid? Do you know?
Well, wait a minute. There's a meteor. And
Oh
then
my
isn't
God,
there like
and a meteor.
a meteorites?
Meteorite?
Meteorite? Is that right?
Meteorite? Yeah. A meteorite, an asteroid, and a comet. And I
Right?
believe these are 3 different things.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. Who cares?
I don't know. I mean, there is a difference, I'm sure.
Maybe, okay. Can I propose something?
Absolutely. Please do.
Maybe a comet is an asteroid that rotates around a planet.
Maybe a comet is an asteroid.
Because there's Halley's Comet. And we
Right.
see that every 1,000 years or whatever.
And then
so that's got to be in some orbit.
Right. And then there's meteor showers, which could just be,
Mhm.
Are those shooting stars?
Maybe there's a 4th thing.
Since we're just discussing how things work.
Yeah.
My question.
Yes.
There's outer space.
Mm-hmm.
But is that just the outer of actual space?
That's
That's a legitimate question.
That's Owen Wilson says something like that. He's like, wow, and we're not even in outer space yet.
Okay,
this is just the beginning of space. And I'm like, I don't think it works like that.
When he said that, I was like, I never thought of that, Owen Wilson.
I don't think that's how it works.
But why isn't it just called space?
I think that it is. I think that it is just called space.
Outer space is the space outside of Earth.
Well, Earth isn't space.
Right.
Earth is Earth. And then we have our
I know
atmosphere.
That. Right. But
then space.
But like outer space. It's
right.
the outer of space.
So you've got a solar system.
Yep.
A galaxy.
Far
universe.
Away. Yeah.
That's the sizes, right?
Okay, but like what's outer space?
Maybe outside of our solar system, because that's like our space, like that's our neighborhood. But then there's outer space.
Right. This is why people watch movies.
I think so.
So you can think about stuff like this.
Right.
My takeaway from Armageddon was
outer space.
Wait, what is outer space?
Right. I just don't know what the difference is between a comet, an asteroid, a meteor, and a whatever the 4th thing was.
And I took astronomy in college.
I know.
What a joke.
I know.
What a joke. Anyway.
We get the POV of a heavenly body, we'll call it that, falling down and killing little Richard. Just boom. Well, what we think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you mad?
Yeah, I'm mad. But poor little Richard's hanging.
Kind of worse than killing that dog, I think.
Oh my God, he's like
dangling.
choking, and then you have those, the smushy faced dogs have breathing problems anyway, and so we're probably having a hard time.
I was surprised that they did this with a real live dog. This shot.
I wonder why we did a French bulldog, but then again, this French bulldog was specifically trained, and also specifically trained to kill Godzilla toys.
Right. All right. Well, anyway,
Little Richard lives.
Thank God. I don't know why we're spending so much time on Little Richard, but that's how I wanted to start the episode.
I appreciate it. I mean, I have a lot of notes on Little Richard, so you did well.
Got anything else?
No.
Okay.
No.
So before that, though, we have a narration. Charlton Heston. I paused this movie about a minute in. Do you know why?
Well, did you? Okay, I also paused the movie like I don't know if it was a minute. But I was like, oh no, Michelle, you are not retaining what's being said. So then I had to rewind it and then
In the Charlton Heston, you were already...
I always say, like, don't the narration and like a lot of like a title screen with words and it's like, don't start me off that way because I'm not really paying attention yet. And I should. Okay, why did you pause? Probably not for the same reason I did as I'm discovering.
I paused because Charlton Heston is talking about the destruction of, this 6 mile wide thing. And he says, 200 million tons of dirt were hurtled into the atmosphere.
Hurtled?
And I said, hurtled?
No.
And I rewound it and put my ear right next to the TV.
You didn't have your captions on?
I did, but Charlton Heston says hurtled. And I said, don't you mean hurled? So I go to Google, hurtled. Guess what? It's a real word. And it means to violently throw something. So now I'm like, okay, I've been saying hurled my whole life.
Is hurled not right?
So I go back to the Google machine, definition hurled. And guess what? It's a real word that means to violently throw something. So we have 2 words in the English language that mean the same thing. It's just one of them has a T. I know this has nothing to do with Armageddon, but I had
English
to mention
language.
This.
Why? Hurtled? I have never used that word, and I didn't pay attention when Charlton Heston was saying it on.
It stopped me dead in my tracks because I thought, wow, were they just afraid to correct Charlton Heston in the sound booth? He was like, look, you got me for 4 minutes.
Right?
And they were like, just go with it. But no, there's both.
Hurtled.
Anyway, we're watching Armageddon this week. You saw this in theaters.
Yep.
You haven't watched it since theaters, I'm going to assume?
That's correct.
What was it like revisiting for you? After almost 30 years.
Man. So just conflicted.
Mm-hmm.
Right off the bat, I am fixated on Bruce Willis because of how Bruce Willis and his health is now.
Of course. Yes.
And it's so sad. And so I'm really just watching him closely. Mm-hmm. And I'm just sad for that. And then I was really trying to see and think if I remember anything of what's going on. The general story, right? I really I didn't remember Bruce dying. I didn't remember any of that. The animal crackers, once that came, I remembered that that came rushing back to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, right, this. It was fine. Again, I just kept going back and forth because I'm like, okay, it's funny. It's also really ridiculous. Some things don't make sense to me, but I guess I'm along for the ride. I guess you could consider this a fun popcorn movie, and we could leave it at that. It also stuck out to me. I'm like, this is such a Michael Bay movie. But for me to say that, this is the only Michael Bay movie I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I've just heard of Michael Bay and, of course, all the Transformer movies. Yeah, that's it. I wish I had more for you.
I'm also conflicted.
I also think it looks pretty good.
Okay.
I think the effects look pretty good.
Yeah. I think so too.
For 98. So there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of effects.
I've really been having a crisis of self over the last few days.
Can you express?
Yeah. Well, part of it is you sent me the audio of the infamous Criterion Collection audio commentary for this movie.
Now, were you planning on listening to that, or did you just listen because I sent it to you?
No, I wasn't really planning on listening to it. Oh. I knew it existed, and I've heard bits and pieces of it, but you sent it to me, and I was like, oh, yeah, I can listen to this. So if you haven't heard it, Criterion did put out an edition of this. There being a Criterion version of Armageddon is kind of a funny little like movie fact that people love to bandy about, because when we think of Criterion, we think of quote unquote important films or very artistically rich films, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't normally think of like Armageddon or a disaster movie or a blockbuster. I think that that's stupid. I think, the company that runs Criterion, they can add whatever they want. And hey, if they added Armageddon and it made them money, cool. That's their business. That's what they do. So I listened, and as I listened, Jerry Bruckheimer's on the commentary, Michael Bay, Bruce Willis, and Ben Affleck. I believe they're the 4 people that we hear from.
Yeah.
It really helped me see the movie differently.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see this in theaters, but this was one of the like sleepover movies, throughout my youth. We would throw on The Dirty Dozen or The Great Escape or The Matrix or The Fifth Element or Armageddon. This was one of those. So I've seen this a lot, but not
Wow.
since adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
And back then it was like, this is such a dumb movie, but whatever. And then I don't like Michael Bay as a person. We go into that in our episode on Jennifer's Body, which I think is the 12th episode that we ever did on Movie Friends.
I gotta tell you, I remember nothing from that
Well,
episode. I should just go listen to it.
Well, hey, listeners, go along with Michelle this week. Go back and listen. And we talk about Michael Bay in his personal life and how he deals with, Bruce Willis swore he would never work with him again because of his attitudes on set.
Yeah.
But Michael Bay as the artist, people love to mock him and make fun of him for everything that's here in Armageddon is everything that people love to make fun of Michael Bay for. I personally hate his Transformer movies. I think those movies are really hard to watch. The editing is bad. The action is too close. And on the commentary, he kind of explains like all of the things that people complain about him. But this is way before he did the Transformers movies. He had done a few movies. Obviously, he had done The Rock already, and he's doing Armageddon. But it's not like he's, Michael Bay, the Hollywood institution that he is now. So to hear him explain intelligently and calmly, and like not necessarily in response to people, just in a vacuum, saying, hey, this is how I like to frame people's faces. I like to shoot people from a little down and up because it's heroic.
Right.
I heard him explain all this stuff, and I watched Armageddon, and then I watched it with my wife. I was like, what is wrong with me that I can't just enjoy this movie?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the crisis that I've kind of been, when you pull this movie up to play it on streaming, it hits you right in the face with 4-time Oscar nominee. And I laughed when I saw that. I was like, that's so stupid. This is so absurd. But then when you see what it was nominated for, I was like, why do I have a problem with that? Because there are a lot of visual effects here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sound design. There's a lot of work that went into this. And then hearing Michael Bay talk about things that I thought were stupid about the movie are like grounded in reality. Like he wanted to ground this movie in the reality of NASA and the military and how they would actually do things.
Right.
And I'm like, who cares? It's a stupid sci-fi movie. Like, who cares? So I don't know. I've really been struggling with like, am I a movie snob?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are.
You think I am?
Absolutely. But just like I'm a cat snob.
Whoa, what does that mean?
We have very passionate thoughts. I about cats and you about movies.
Right.
But I'm not looking at you in the negative way of you being a movie snob. But yes, you are a movie snob. And yes, I am a cat snob.
Because I kind of would take pride in the fact that I'm not a movie snob.
You are
that
a
I
movie
can
snob.
watch all kinds of different movies.
Just embrace it, man. Come to the snob side. Come join me. We're all snobs about something.
No, I don't want to
But
be.
you are though. You are. You are doing a movie podcast. You're a movie snob, Seth.
But the whole point of Movie Friends is to not be movie snobs.
I'm not a movie snob. Or actually, I might be because
You're fulfilling.
I
Well,
might
but this
be
movie is
movie
making you question whether you are or not.
No, not this movie. No.
No?
No, I mean, now I'm not thinking too much about it, but yeah, just embrace being a movie snob.
No, I refuse. I will not. I will live in denial.
Okay.
So then I started thinking about critics, because
Yeah,
Ebert's
the
review for
critics
this
don't
is
love this.
crazy vicious, like crazy.
Yeah.
And the critics did not really like this. Audiences did. I started thinking about how people talk about movies, and it feels like people will talk about a movie to the level, like if you go all the way to the bottom, and the bottom level is I like it, I don't like it, no thoughts beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
And the top level is like I'm writing my dissertation on why Armageddon is, the downfall of American cinema. So wherever you are on that scale, it's like people want to talk about movies to the level that they're comfortable with going up that scale. But then anything above that, you say, come on, man, it's just a movie. Or like, it's not that serious. Or like, I think you're being a little pretentious about this. And I have the same thing. Like, I like to talk about movies, but then it's like there's a way of talking about a movie that's, I feel, missing the point sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like you're kind of talking just to sound smart.
Well, right.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the movie.
I think it depends. But for this, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm having such a crisis.
Can we
Why can't I
okay.
just come into this and say, that was fun, end of story?
Well, one, you've been tainted by what Michael Bay has produced.
True.
So those thoughts, whether you admit to having them live in the present, are in your subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you've now like read and listened to the commentary and heard outside opinions. So
Mm-hmm.
again, whether we choose to admit that that's in our forefront, it's definitely in the subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this movie fun to watch? Yeah. Do I leave this movie afterwards and that's it and I'm good? Yeah. Do I like the cast? Yeah. Did I tear up? I did. Does Steve Buscemi make everything better? Yes. Does it still look good? Yeah, the effects look pretty good.
Right.
Can't deny Michael Bay, definitely a visionary.
Yeah.
I mean, that is clear. So I think that's it. We just leave it at that. And then we just talk about the story.
Right.
And in movie friends fashion, we'll have fun doing it and let's pull it apart.
Right. But like for me, like
Movie snob.
I can't. And that's why I'm having this crisis. It's like, it's just a stupid movie. And hearing him talk about it, he keeps saying, this movie's for entertainment. This is not a movie for thinking. And he talks, and I feel he does it in a really good way, actually. He talks about, like, I'm making a movie for kids.
Yes. Yes.
Like this movie, and he actually uses the words like dumb down. Like he's like, I had to dumb this down so that kids could understand it. And he doesn't say it in any kind of negative way. And I can appreciate that. But like for me, like I guess what I'm saying is like all of the stuff around the movie, I can get it and I'm like, yep. But then actually sitting down and watching the movie, I'm like, I don't want to say I'm miserable, but I'm like, I'm not into this.
Well, because you didn't choose it. You're not well, again, I don't want to speak
I
for
literally
you.
chose this movie for this episode, though.
I'm talking about the theme. This isn't, yes, you chose Armageddon because it fits into this month's theme and it is a big one. And I think it makes sense to talk about it. But on your everyday reaching for a movie, are you going to choose Armageddon? No. Am I? No.
But why am I not? Why am I not? And it's the same thing that we had with Twister. It's like,
because
why
I don't
is
think
this
this is
not
our
for us?
genre. I don't think it's our genre.
But, okay, but it doesn't bother you that a movie intended for fun and entertainment to appeal to everyone in the world,
I'm not
you and I are
everyone
on the
in
outside
the
of?
world. We are not everyone in the world. Ant loves to run, right? I don't.
Yeah. I mean, no one loves to run.
Ant does. It's as simple as that. Some people, I mean, it's just like why people have different interests, why people are into certain things. why I like television over movies more.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
I know you hate that. Do you still hate that phrase, by the way?
No, it's fine. It's fine. And I am thinking about it too much, but I wanted to express to you and to
I
everyone
appreciate
listening.
it. I
Like,
appreciate
I'm
it.
not just like, this movie sucks. Like,
No.
I'm really wrestling, and I'm not trying to like make this too serious and like about me, but like I'm really wrestling with like, am I too far gone to appreciate Armageddon? And that's sad. That's sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like if
that
if
phrase
you and
sticks
I
with
talked
me
about
more.
food. If you and I talked about food, if this was a food podcast,
Yeah.
you know, and when we were done, you went upstairs and you made yourself just a classic grilled cheese, and you took a bite and you were like, ugh. It's like, are you too good? Like, you're too good for grilled cheese. And that's how I feel with Armageddon. It's like, am I too good? Do I think I'm too good? Oh my God. Because that's the last thing that I want to ever be, you know?
I think you have to embrace it.
I
There are
think I
some
have to
things that
reject
I
it. I have to fight
definitely
against it.
No. You have
And we
to just
got to move on. This is
embrace
like
it.
15 minutes on my movie guy existential crisis. But I want to go back to Little Richard, the scene with Little Richard.
Oh.
Because Little
We're
Richard
never moving on,
attacks
guys.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
And they threw that in there because there was a Godzilla movie coming out. Again, we have this idea of the natural disaster is a form of a kaiju.
Mm-hmm.
In this movie, we have the asteroid, but it's not just, as Michael Bay put it, like a dumb big rock. They wanted it to have a personality, and it's like spiky and colorful and like almost has its own theme song.
Yeah, I know.
How did you feel about our asteroid, Dottie?
Yeah, I mean, well, let's actually talk about that.
Yeah. Well, can I just quickly mention Dottie is short for Dorothy?
Yes.
Connection to
I know.
Twister. Well, I know
know.
you know, but just for our listeners, last week we covered Twister, which
Yep.
deals with Dorothy, Wizard of Oz. Here we have Dottie.
We actually joked about doing all movies that kind of have some sort of Wizard of Oz in it, and that would be the theme.
And we're accidentally
right
doing
on
it.
track.
Yeah.
So next week, Wizard of Oz. Yeah. Okay. So here's something you can help me with. This asteroid is set to hit Earth.
Yes.
And whoever sees it gets to name it. I'm lost in
in astronomy, whoever finds the thing gets to name it.
Right. So this guy, he can see, like, again, in the beginning of the movie, we're like establishing characters that we like never talk to
We never
again.
see again. We never see Little Richard. We never see Eddie Griffith. We never see this astronomer. After his second scene where he names it, we never see them again.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so.
And that's how you end up with a 2.5 hour movie.
Well, right.
Instead of one of the NASA guys just putting a phone down and saying, amateur astronomer out of Texas found it. He wants to name it Dottie.
Right.
You save yourself a little bit of time there.
Yeah. Yeah. But overall, Dottie to me is just what we're amping it up. Like anything you're giving me, I know we're amping this up because look at what we're watching here.
I mean, this is a movie of excess.
Right. Exactly.
But again, they're making Dottie, it's a natural disaster, but it has to have personality. It has to be a monster. It has to be an enemy. So it was interesting to me as we're coming off of Twister, where they're doing the same thing. It's like, okay, so these big disaster movies feel a need to like anthropomorphize a force of nature.
Well, forces of nature are monsters in their own way. I mean, you think about hurricanes. They are like monsters.
Yeah, and we name those too.
We name them. They're destructive.
All right, so you mentioned Bruce Willis. Harry S. Stamper. Odd choice in name. Billy Bob's character's name is Truman. So if you put their names together, you get Harry S. Truman.
Interesting.
Really weird.
Right, that is weird.
And apparently the story was mostly going to be about them.
Yes.
They add in the love story with Ben Affleck and Liv Tyler. But anyway, Bruce Willis. I rolled my eyes so hard at his introduction. We're at NASA. They're talking to the president. What are we looking at here? One of the NASA nerds runs in. we have 18 days until it kills us. And then we do a smash cut. ZZ Top, LaGrange. I mean, a great rock and roll song. And it is Bruce Willis hitting golf balls at Greenpeace.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How'd you feel about this intro?
I mean, talk about a rough cut over there, right? But like, I think this introduces him well.
Mm-hmm.
He's very unhinged.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, as soon as we find out about AJ and Grace, right? Her name's Grace, Liv Tyler?
Yes.
We are just seeing red.
Yeah. And shooting.
And shooting, as one does, because we're roughnecks.
The roughest of the necks, I think, is his.
Yeah.
You own this facility, this oil drilling thing.
The rig, yeah.
You're shooting guns? Just
Again, we're
at your own
unhinged.
equipment?
We are unhinged.
It's very silly. It reminded me of Hook.
Yeah, it did feel like Hook.
Because we're running around, going on ropes and chains and hopping and jumping. And and I'm not saying that in a bad way, but it's very like, and then you look and see like, oh yeah, this was made by Disney.
Right. Right.
It's so odd. It's so odd. And it feels like you're in a little kid movie for a little bit, but instead it's Bruce Willis shooting at Ben Affleck.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about Bruce in this movie?
I enjoyed him. I enjoyed him as it went on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you said in the beginning, I'm also rolling my eyes in the beginning. I think it's ridiculous of what we're doing. The shooting, I'm like, this makes no sense. Also, we're just, like I said, unhinged. Also, like, we're the best of the best. Like, everybody in this movie is the best of the best. Which also, I just couldn't help but, like, take note of that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's the best oil driller, right? I need my team is the best. I only work with my team. Okay, fine.
I think that explains why we don't get more street level activity. There is no B plot in this movie. So a lot of times in a disaster movie or a kaiju film, you're getting street level reactions, you're getting scientist reactions, you're getting the hero react. This is not, there's no room for little people in Armageddon.
Right, like we did in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Now we can
and now we'll never hear from a normal person again.
We'll just see B-roll.
Yeah.
Going forward. Also, like, this is a large ensemble. So that's why you can't have these little stories. Because the cast is too big.
Right.
And you're trying to have these little stories within the ensemble.
Yeah. I like Bruce in this. I thought he was good. I thought he did a good job.
Yeah.
His character, the arc, just everything about him, and really, I think everything about this movie, it is just the most dad fantasy of dad fantasies, where it's like, I'm a really rich guy, and these dumb protesters, I'm going to hit golf balls at them. I'm going to chase around this guy with a gun. Oh, you want me to fix this thing? Well, you stole my design. Oh, well, you dumb astronauts, who, by the way, are military men and women. Mm-hmm. They're not just like nerds in spacesuits.
Right.
Oh, you can't even work my drills, get my guys. I'm going to tell you where they are. And then in the end, you know, when Grace is like, she drops a line where she says, I don't blame you for mom leaving us. I was like, I just imagined a theater full of dads all like clutching their chests at the same time and being like, oh, it's not my fault. I'm a horrible person, but it's not my fault. Right. Gosh. Now, having said that, I think that Bruce does that well. I think that he embodies that fantasy. I think that he does it well. He makes me cry at the end. You know, I think him and Ben Affleck both are doing really good in that final scene.
Yeah.
You know, if everything is building to that, I think we could have gotten there a little quicker, but.
Well, sure. Yes. Absolutely.
And then his final line perplexed me. He says, we win, Gracie, and then blows up the bomb. We win, Gracie.
I
That felt
guess
weird.
we as a collective Earth, he had a nice exchange with his daughter. There's resolution there, so he can die in peace.
Yeah.
She gets to marry AJ and live out her life with her love of her life. Yeah, I don't. That's as most as I can give with that.
It feels like his focus is still on, and again, we talked about this with Twister. It's the whole slobs versus snobs thing. That's
Oh
like this
well,
whole
sure,
movie.
yeah,
Even though, again, just like in Twister, it's like you guys are also like weathermen. Like
yeah.
it's not like you're the little rascals coming together to
But it
chase
really
down a
is. It's
storm.
roughnecks versus
Yeah.
nerds. I mean,
And
nerds.
so
Yeah,
and so in this one, it's like, hey, I'm the guy to do it. The roughneck is the one who gets to be the hero, not NASA, not.
yeah.
And I just felt that was an odd place for his brain to be. Instead of, like, he could have said, "I love you, Gracie," or like, "This one's for you, Gracie," or something. And instead of "we win."
Well, I also maybe it's an internal struggle there and proving that we are needed, even though he acts like they don't need that validation, but clearly he does.
Right. So Ben Affleck and Liv Tyler, they are our romance story characters. AJ's the best. He's the only other one, other than Bruce, who can do it for some reason.
Right. Like, what? Okay.
And then Liv Tyler, she grows up among the Roughnecks, and she is not like them because she is intelligent and refined, and she's the one who's doing the face-to-face with the clients,
Mm-hmm.
and she falls in love with AJ. Did you believe the
I did.
chemistry and the love between them?
I did, actually.
Yeah.
Which I know you're conflicted about like how to feel overall about this movie. And like I'm conflicted that I didn't mind the love story.
I didn't mind the love story.
But usually I'm like, I don't need it, you know? We talk about this all the time. But in this one, I'm like, no, I think this works for me. And like, why does it work for me?
Yeah. You and I are always like, they shouldn't have fallen in love, or we could have done
Love.
without it, or it's so unnecessary. I thought it worked here.
I know.
I thought that just them being like a Romeo and Juliet type, that's the part that didn't work for me. Like, just have them be in a relationship and Harry knows about it, but Harry hates AJ, and maybe he takes it out on AJ because he doesn't like that they're together or something. But
Well, he does do that, though.
right, but he doesn't know about them until the movie starts.
He's caught. And they've been seeing each other for 5 months.
5 months. 5 months on an oil rig.
What? Or okay, continue. Well, I'll interject when
okay?
we get there. Yeah,
Okay.
I just thought of something that annoyed me or that I didn't understand.
Harry thinks that she's too good to marry a roughneck. He wants something better
Of
than
course.
this for her.
Of course.
But also, like, she's an adult. So why, he is a millionaire many times over. Many, many, many times over. Like, Harry is not, he has a working class job, but this dude is not like just some guy. If you wanted something better for her, why isn't she off at college? Why did you hire her to work on your oil rig?
I mean, does Gracie get a say here? Is this what she wanted?
But what I'm saying is, he's like, no, she's too good for this. So don't hire her. Kick her out of the
like
nest.
force her out.
Maybe she goes and works for a rival roughneck. But
Right. Greenpeace.
why are
Go work for
you?
Greenpeace, right?
Yeah, go work for Greenpeace. I didn't understand. I didn't
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah.
I liked the scene where all the guys were like, hey, Grace grew up to be hot, and she's attractive, and she's trying to spread out, and at first it's like kind of weird and creepy, but then they're like, look, we all helped raise her. Like, we're
Yeah, I
not trying to
liked that
hit
part.
on her.
I liked the second part. Yeah.
It's like, hey, Harry, you got to realize, like, yeah, she's going to be in a relationship with someone. What do you expect to happen?
Right.
I liked like how that scene kind of goes
Yeah.
from like you feeling one way to you feeling another way.
Yeah.
The animal crash.
Why? This is so
Oh
weird.
God.
Just like the beginning with little Richard and the naming of Dottie. This to me felt like music video. Color-wise, it was different.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was shot very different.
Well, that's like all the montages when we're seeing all the
That's
different
true.
people around the world. You can see Bay as a commercial and music
Yes.
video director throughout this film.
But I think that works for me because all the montages feel the same. But then you have this scene where they're talking. Like if no one was talking, maybe it would have felt cohesive.
Sure.
But these two, I'm just like, no.
I
hated this.
So I remember this scene because this is lampooned a bunch and
Yeah.
it's joked about a lot because
Yeah.
it's and hey, look, I am not a person who's afraid of intimacy or portraying earnestness.
Sure.
I'm not like just laughing at it because it's sappy. But man, oh man, I hated it this time around. It felt clunky, it felt weird.
Yeah, it did feel weird.
When's the last time you ate an animal cracker?
Probably like 5 years ago.
Oh, do you remember when and why you did it?
I don't, but there was like a time when I was buying myself animal crackers.
Really?
And Aunt too. Like I love animal crackers. I love the taste of them.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Horrible
So
flavor.
good. So good flavor.
You're becoming Cookie Monster. I hate animal crackers. I hate them. They're not crackers. They're cookies, and they're bad cookies.
That's your opinion.
That is. Okay, but let me ask you this. It's your last night on Earth. You're young, okay? You're going out with the love of your life to your favorite shack and field, I guess?
Like,
but this is what you're doing. Are you grabbing the animal crackers?
Well, did they already fool around or are we getting ready to fool around? Because
We're
her
getting
dress
ready.
is just unbuttoned though. It's just
No.
unbuttoned.
We're in the process.
We're in the process. So this is kind of
So you stopped and reached for the animal crackers.
We're fooling around. We're being cutesy. We're being flirty. I mean, it's not something. I'm trying to think if I was young.
If I was young.
No, like if I was 20, they're like what, 20, 21, 22?
Sure. I would say that they are between 20 and 25.
They're kids. So yeah.
But we don't see a picnic. We don't see them at a picnic. We see a car. So what I'm saying to you is one of them carried animal crackers to this spot.
Yeah. What if
that is insane?
What if the animal crackers are a thing in their relationship?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know that.
No. Like when they first started dating, one, it becomes like it didn't have to go there, but you did. But it became like, oh, we ate them on our first date or something like that. It became like a symbol for them.
What?
We don't see that.
It'd be nice for them to tell us that.
Right. But when it's done just like this, it feels really weird and out of place.
It feels really weird and out of place.
Yeah.
Again, okay, so now let's say you're not in this moment, but you're writing this moment. And they brought in another writer just to write this scene.
Well, that's exactly what it feels like.
Okay. So now you as a writer say, okay, you sit down, you crack your knuckles.
Ooh. It's like a cat trail.
You say, all right, last night on Earth, love of his life. Fine, romantic spot. Okay. Where do the animal crackers, where is the inspiration for this?
That's why I think that writer was like, you know what? I'm going to build a whole backstory. That's what writers do. A whole backstory. This is a symbol. It's childlike.
I feel like my head is going to fly off of my shoulders and like spin out of the window right now, thinking about this. I'm mad. I'm mad about the animal cracker scene in Armageddon.
Yeah.
And because it doesn't work.
If
it worked and it was wonderful and romantic, I'd be like, oh, way to go. But it doesn't.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Yeah, and tonally it's so out of place.
Yeah, like you made an animal cracker scene that sucks. You don't get to write anything again for the rest of your life. I'm sorry.
You are banned.
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's doing a silly little voice.
Like, did he get notes? this writer? Did they get notes? Like, oh yeah, this works. Let's
I
do
gotta
it.
tell you, if I'm Michael Bay, and
Is
it's like,
this
hey, give it to this guy to punch up, and this is what they turn in, I'm like, I'm gonna punch up this guy.
Well, Michael Bay, on the commentary, keeps saying he's trying
Yeah.
to appeal to middle America. He's trying to appeal to kids. So, my question for you in middle
Oh, no.
America and kids, is this what you do with animal crackers on a date?
Maybe the original scene was more graphic sexually, and they're like, we
Maybe.
need to make this more kid friendly. And the writer thought, oh, kids love animal crackers.
Let's bring them in.
You know what? Now this makes sense.
We'll allude to sex with the animal
Oh,
crackers.
God, I hate this. Anyway, leaving on a jet plane. How'd you feel about that?
I hated it.
Oh,
But then
okay.
when everyone started singing it, then I liked it again. So here we go
Yes.
again, like kind of what you were talking about, the guys standing around saying like, oh, Grace is so hot, but also we helped raise her. That's how I felt about this scene. I hated
Got it.
it, but then I liked it.
Yeah, it's frustrating because for as much detail as Bay and Bruckheimer and everyone involved wanted to get right, would Grace just be there walking up with them? And they're like, hey, we got to go. And he's like, hey, wait 1 minute. I got to say bye to my girlfriend.
Yes, I do. Again, if we think of these two as young 20-year-olds, yes.
I don't know. I also didn't like this. It is nice to see like Michael Clarke Duncan singing, you know?
Right.
Okay, Steve Buscemi
The best.
as Rockhound. How do you feel about him?
Our genius.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi, we love him on this show. We always say he maybe I always say, but I feel like you always also have said it too. Like he just makes everything better.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with him in this movie? Did you enjoy his character?
Well, I understand the whole idea of like, hey, I'm a really, really smart guy and I just kind of do this work because it's fun and I get to blow things up. Choosing him to be the guy that gets space dementia. When I was a kid, I thought that was so funny.
Uh-huh.
Like I thought everything once he just loses his mind, I was like, this is really funny. This time around, I was kind of like, Rockhound, pull it together, man. Like what you're screwing this up for everybody.
Yeah.
But no, I love him. I think that he's great. NASA puts on his suit Rockhound, which is his nickname.
It was probably in the requests.
That's crazy. But you know what? Hey, tomorrow might not come, so
right. Who cares?
What does it matter?
What name is on your suit?
Right.
You know?
He references Dr. Strangelove,
Mm-hmm.
the iconic ending where Slim Pickens rides the nuclear warhead. And when the astronaut is like, get off, he's like, you didn't see that one, huh? And then when they get back to Earth, he's like, hey, fellas, we're all heroes now. So let's just not mention any of the stuff that I did up there. And I'm thinking to myself, Rockhound, you're going to be court-martialed. I don't think you can even be court-martialed because I don't think you're in the military technically, but you're going to prison for the rest of your life.
All I could think about is when they landed was just like the amount of post-traumatic stress and therapy these dudes need.
It's over. Like your life is over.
Like I don't even have to disregard that.
How are you rewarded as the people who saved the planet?
Right. Well, your requests. You don't pay taxes.
But you need to be given a card, a debit card from every government on the planet.
Yeah.
That you can just swipe that says approved.
Like everything essentially will be taken care of.
You're paying for Taco Bell after this? Come on. There's no way. I wouldn't.
Right.
Heck no.
Right. Yeah, everything's taken care of.
It'd be like, hey, you're all here because of me, right? So.
Right, but then let that go to your head.
I think if anything would be allowed to go to someone's head, it would be these. Yeah. How many people come back? 7 of the original mission?
Yeah.
Like everyone else died. So I think that, again, as I said earlier, I don't like to think that I'm above anything. But you better believe if I came back from Earth after saving everyone alive, I'd be like, all right, well, I guess I get to do whatever I want for the rest of my life.
Would your request be so you don't that you don't have to pay for Taco Bell?
My request would be I want to be free from money. You need to figure out how you're going to do that, but someone is I don't ever want to think about money for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Never. I never want to see a bank account number go down.
Yeah, that's a
And
good
I think
one.
I've earned that.
Absolutely.
And I wouldn't go crazy. I'm not like buying every mansion.
Right.
I'm just gonna, live my life. But yeah, I'm not whipping out my wallet at Taco Bell. There's no way.
Right.
What would your request be?
I don't know, something similar. Maybe I think that's a good one. I mean, I have it in my notes to ask you what your request would be. And like I still haven't come up with like a specific request for myself.
One of the guys asks that they bring back 8-track tapes.
Yeah.
I would probably, I guess my mind is on Taco Bell. I would be like, the quesarito has to come back. The Twister wrap has to come back. The McFish bites at McDonald's have to come back. McDonald's has to start selling salads again.
McFish bites?
Oh, have I never told you about the McFish bites?
This just sounds so gross.
Okay, so imagine a fish stick in the shape of a ball, fully round. McDonald's sold them during Lent one year, and I went so crazy eating these things.
Are we talking like disc or are we talking like melon ball?
A sphere, a whole sphere of fried fish bits. It was incredible. It was the greatest Lent of my life.
I literally feel my stomach turning thinking about a melon ball shaped fish.
Best thing that they've ever made. So that's what I would ask for. Every cool fast food thing that they've ever discontinued, got to bring it back. And then I'd say Freaks and Geeks season 2.
But like everybody's so old now.
Doesn't matter.
Ooh,
You're all coming back.
They're all coming back for someone's funeral.
Sure. However you want to write it, I don't care.
I like that.
But Freaks and Geeks is now renewed for at least another 5 years.
Whoa!
Yeah. Hey, I just saved the world.
Wow.
I want to ask you about some of the other cast members quick. Obviously, this is a huge cast, so we can't really talk about everybody. I think Billy Bob Thornton, this is some of the best stuff I've seen him do.
Oh, he was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Well, like main player favorite, and then I have my like ensemble favorite.
I feel like most everyone else is given just such ridiculous moments to be in.
Yeah.
That I don't think anyone in this movie is doing a bad performance. It's an absurd movie. Right. But I do feel like Billy Bob, he has a few, sarcastic little one-liners, but I feel like he's doing the best work.
I agree. Yeah.
Lev, Peter Stormare as the Russian guy.
Yeah, he might be my favorite.
Okay.
Like side character. Like when Lev comes, I'm all in. I'm rooting for Lev.
Mm-hmm.
I just want Lev, the actual astronaut, to win.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that they just pick up a guy.
Right. Right. Yep.
It's like, all right, we've done all this training. We have this plan. And now here's this other guy. And he's like totally unhinged because he's been up in a space station.
Right.
I was paying attention during this. And I do kind of know who this is. But at one point in the movie, they're like, Gruber is dead. And they show dead Gruber. And I'm like, I'm sorry, who is Gruber?
Okay, I also was wondering that. Did you figure out who that was?
I think that Gruber is one of the Roughnecks. Like, they show him a few times, but he doesn't, like, get a bigger backstory like the rest of them.
He's not Max.
No. Max is Max.
Yes, Max. Yes. Yeah.
But I thought that was kind of funny. That, like,
in
all of the work that they do to establish these people as characters with names that you care about.
Right.
75% of the way through, they're like, Gruber's dead. And they even show you him. And I'm like, not ringing any bells.
I know.
Sorry.
Yeah, same. Mm-hmm.
No tears for Gruber. Michael Clarke Duncan as Bear.
Papa Bear.
I will say when Bruce Willis is narrating the montage of where to find all these guys, which is so absurd because, like, how are they all... Go ahead.
We are on an oil rig in the middle of the ocean. And then X amount of hours. How many? 18 hours later?
Let's give him
No, because
24.
Bruce is.
Let's give him 24.
But doesn't Bruce and Liv arrive at NASA and he's like, "Can someone just tell me what's actually going on? You've been telling me everything's gonna be fine for 18
Yeah.
hours, blah blah." Okay, fine. Then he's like, "You gotta assemble my men. I'm only working with my team, and we have to go and find the men." Which
Right.
now this feels like a superhero movie, right? We're just like picking up everybody. How did they get off the oil rig so quickly and disperse so quickly? This makes no sense.
It's like when your boss is at work and then your boss leaves and everyone's just like, all right, scatter.
Fine, but like we don't all work on an oil rig in
I
the middle
know.
of the
I know.
ocean.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And then AJ has his own rig situation. Did he always have that? He has a company.
That's why he's the best.
But it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense.
Like as a montage, it's funny, but
And what I found really annoying is you say 18 days, right? Just make it 32. That's still not enough time. Like we would still feel the pressure of time.
yeah. Also, like we have to train these dudes, but like we have to train these dudes versus training astronauts how to drill.
Well, right. That's the big thing that Ben Affleck says.
No, I know.
Where he's like, why wouldn't we train astronauts to drill rather than the other way around? I mean, I don't think either profession could probably be learned in a short amount of time. If anyone could just suddenly drill for oil, there'd probably be a lot more people doing it.
I guess. And then also we have to run all these exams and psychology tests and you're just like, but they're going up anyway. I don't why. It's a funny montage, but also.
Well, what I was going to say was maybe the first time that I genuinely laughed while watching the movie was when Michael Clarke Duncan is on his bike and the choppers are behind him. And he's like, come get Papa Bear.
Yeah.
I laughed at that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty funny. Very stupid, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get all these montages throughout the movie. One of them is picking up the guys. The other one is the psych evaluations, medical testing. Udo Kier is the guy in the psych room. Great actor. Shows up just perfectly. He's another guy who kind of like just makes everything a little bit better. He's just sitting there in this spiky room. What is this spiky room?
I don't. That's how NASA does it. I don't know.
It is so music video-y.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm watching a music video for Korn.
Yeah.
Where each one of the members, or Slipknot, each one of the members is like being interrogated. And in the music video, it probably would be Udo Kier. But it's like a spiky room and there's a microphone you can grab. I'm like, why are we doing it? Like, we already know they're not astronauts. You don't need to prove it to us. You don't need to tell us that they're also like on ketamine and
right.
Like, that they have bad cholesterol. And like that's it. They make them like wild animals. Like Owen Wilson sits down at the machine and like just takes the paddles and like puts them on his chest. No one is doing that. Well, Bear again, just like strips onto his underwear. He's dancing on the.
I know. Yeah, that's so. They're feral. They are. Feral.
They're just oil drillers. They're not insane, but I guess that's what the movie is.
Yes, and we have to show like a very distinct difference between them and the nerds.
Right. Oh, right. Oh, you NASA guys, you don't get it.
They're nerds.
We need to do drugs and have bad cholesterol.
Right.
Oh my God. Right. The montage with the president's speech, I actually thought that was good. I thought it was a good speech.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why America is the only country with a plan.
Huh. I didn't even think about it.
Okay.
That is such a good point.
Like NASA,
like America's the only
says,
one that knows, so they're keeping it quiet.
Right, they're keeping it quiet, but that's insane because maybe Japan would have had a better idea, or I don't know, they could have been thinking about it too and working on something.
Yeah, but this movie's just like America.
Well, it is very America.
America the Great.
Yeah, and maybe that's another reason why I have such an apprehension of just diving into the Armageddon pool party.
Yeah,
it is very much like oil drillers rule, NASA rules, America rules, the military rules. Hey, man, you know, deal with it kind of a thing.
Yep.
And then during the president's speech, they say something like, you know, we've, you know, every resource, or like we've put everything that we have, into this. And I'm like, then send more than 2. Like,
Well, I think he's just bullshitting.
clearance sale, all sales final. You know what I mean? Like, tomorrow we literally may not exist. You need to be sending 100 rocket ships. And if you've only got 18 days, guess what? Break the news to everyone and say everyone needs to turn in all your metal. Everyone needs to go work at the rocket factories because we need to like make sure this happens. They only send 2, and one of them bites the dust like right away.
Yeah.
Anyway.
How did you feel about Will Patton's character? I feel
Chick.
like Chick, to me, until we establish that he's a dad,
Yeah.
it's like we don't really give him much.
Correct.
And then it's like, oh no, because he has a son, we now have to make sure he survives and we get the happy ending with him.
Right.
I just did not care.
Well, you know what? And I don't want to be that guy, but if the courts are saying that you're not allowed to be there, Chick kind of had to do something unsavory for him to not be allowed to see his child. So in that way, I'm like, you got to do it a little different. Like, you can't get, like you said, there's such little.
I know, it
with
didn't
Chick.
pull on my heartstrings.
Yeah, that like
at
when
all.
you say, hey, what are you doing here? That man's a salesman. The court says you're not allowed to be here. None of those things are causing me to be like, oh, Chick.
And then like 5 seconds later, we see Chick go up and the woman's like, that man's your daddy.
Right.
And I'm just like, no, I hate all of this.
It needed to be done differently. It needed to be done differently. He needed to have left them. Not the court's decision.
Right.
He needs to come up to her and say, I'm sorry. I was scared. I wasn't ready. I'm sorry. He needs to walk up and say, hey, have you been getting the money I've been sending you every month? And she says, yes. And then he but the court thing, I was like, so you beat your wife and or child? For the court to say, it has to be extreme, I guess is what I'm saying.
I just felt nothing.
Yeah. But Chick has my favorite line in this entire movie.
Which is?
And still makes me laugh. And I think about a lot, which is, oh man, what are you doing with a gun in space?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have that actually in my notes as well.
And I think it's funny coming from Chick because he really hasn't been one of the cut up guys throughout the movie. So the way that he delivers it and that it's coming from him, like Steve Buscemi says that it's funny, but it's just one of the dozen funny things that Steve Buscemi or Max or Bear or Owen Wilson says. But coming from Chick, it's freaking funny. Yeah. So anyway, they're successful. Harry and AJ have their big emotional send off. Harry takes off his mission patch and sends it back to Billy Bob Thornton's character, Truman, because Truman couldn't go up and do the mission. I thought that was also pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Whatever, they save the world. And then we get a wedding during the credits because, the ultimate form of celebration is, a marriage.
Sure.
Planning a very stressful party that costs a lot of money, ultimate expression of human celebration. Okay. I want to talk to you about this song.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was a kid, I did not see this movie in theaters. But I remember the summer that I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith came out. And I just remember being like, this is the greatest song that's ever been written.
What?
Oh, yeah. It was the summer of 1998, which means I would have been like 9 or 10. No, I would have been 9 because I would have been turning 10. You do not feel the same way?
No. This movie forever is just like, I think of Armageddon.
But like apart from the movie, you've heard the song.
Of course I have. Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't like it?
I'm very neutral about it.
You're neutral about I Don't Want to Miss a Thing?
You heard it here, folks. I have like If it's playing, great. If it's not playing, great. Sorry.
I can't believe this.
I
can't
know.
believe this.
You need a better Mitchums, I'm telling you.
I'm I'm astounded.
Are you? Do I scream rah rah Aerosmith?
Well, okay, no, and I should say that I hate Aerosmith.
Oh.
I hate this band. Maybe more than any other like American rock band.
Again, Aerosmith is playing, great. Aerosmith's not playing, great.
Do you know the song Love in an Elevator?
Can you sing it for us?
Love in an elevator, something up, then it went down. Living it up while I'm going down, I think. And then Steven Tyler goes like, yeah, It is horrendous. Horrible song. Dude looks like a lady.
Sure.
You know that song?
Of course.
In every, 90s movie and early 2000s movie.
Specifically. Walking up the street.
God, I hate that song so much.
Okay, so you hate Aerosmith, but this song is like, wow, 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 I love it.
And that's why it's so great, because this song is able to like break through my like absolute hatred for this band.
What do you love about this song so much?
It's
because you're a romantic?
This song is one of the best romantic ballads ever.
I guess.
Oh my God.
Next week, where'd Michelle go? Seth got rid of her.
Yeah, I murdered Michelle for not liking I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Wow, okay, all right. I've been listening to this song for days, preparing for this. The strings come in.
Yeah, no.
I could stay away just to hear you breathing.
That's not what it sounds like, and you're usually pretty good.
That's what it sounds like in my head.
That's what it sounds like in your head?
Yeah.
Yikes.
The only other note that I have is I wrote down a thought. Michael Bay is the American John Woo, but instead of guns, he uses explosions, and instead of doves, he uses men's faces.
I mean,
although I think John Woo is a much more talented director.
Yeah. There's other things, but we don't need to go into it. It's so, let me deliver a speech. We have 42 seconds before the bomb goes off. The gun in space. Like, it's just like, testosterone, 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 testosterone.
Testosterone, the movie.
I just want to exit out. Where's my eject button? Can I get out of here? I'm over it.
Good segue out of our discussion.
Yes. Woohoo.
The movie was made for $140 million. Goes on to make $553 million. Huge hit.
Yeah.
This movie currently has a 43 on Rotten Tomatoes. That's shocking to me. 3.1 on Letterboxd, 42 on Metacritic. As we mentioned, yes, there is a Criterion version of this. They've never reprinted it. I think that if they did, they would probably make $1 billion. Just because I think the type of people who buy Criterion, if they re-release this, everyone would buy it. Yeah. Because it's such like a little in joke in the film community.
Right.
It's not part of the National Registry, and I'm going to say yet, because there's no way this movie doesn't make it eventually. Ebert gave this 1 star.
What did Ebert have to say about it?
Oh, he hated it. In this review, it's pretty bad. Like, he's got nothing good to say about this.
Wow.
I would encourage people to go read it. It's pretty funny. But even me, I was like, Ebert, it's kind of like I was saying earlier about how everyone kind of talks about movies at the level they feel comfortable with, and then anyone above them, they're like, you're a little too pretentious.
Right.
I was like, Ebert, how do you not know what you're watching? You sitting there, how do you not know what this is? It's a blockbuster, silly movie.
Right.
And then they filmed, this was a long production. Filmed it from the end of August until the end of January. All right, let's get into our happies and crappies.
It's time for happies and crappies. Happies and crappies. It's time for happies and crappies.
You want to go first?
Sure. It's time for happies. My happy is the scene when Bruce is delivering everyone's requests. I really enjoyed that. That was funny. My crappy is the animal crackers scene. Honestly, I have a lot of just scenes that I just That scene, and then just like a lot of the space stuff when we're up there. Yeah.
It's about halfway when we're finally like in space. It's not as fun, right?
Right. And like, it shouldn't be easy because that wouldn't
Mhm.
make sense. But also, I'm over this a little bit. So can we
Mhm.
speed it up?
It's like, hey, every single thing is going to have an obstacle. We're
Right.
going to give them an obstacle
Right.
every single step of the way.
Well, right. And it shouldn't be easy, but maybe, I don't know, cut some time
Yeah.
earlier. Yeah. Anyway, what
Yeah.
are yours?
AJ jumping the Grand Canyon.
Yes.
Yeah. They just figure out that their things can do that. Why not?
Why not?
My happy is the ensemble. I love seeing Michael Clarke Duncan.
Yeah.
Even Will Patton, I think he's doing good stuff. William Fichtner as the astronaut who's up there. His line too, permission to shake the hand of the daughter of the bravest man I've ever met. That gets me a little teary-eyed.
Yeah, I liked that.
I think that he delivers that really well, and we've just seen the interactions between them. So, yeah, just the ensemble. My crappy. Can I just say the movie? Like,
Yeah.
it's the excess. You can give us Americana in a heartfelt way, and you can give us bravery, and you can show us the American system working when it needs to without it being just piling on after piling on of everything. My other crappy is, like I said, that great Aerosmith song, barely used in the movie. We should have had that a lot more. So we asked some friends online what they thought.
Mm-hmm.
Cinekyle, popcorn emoji, camera emoji, at Cine_Kyle, says, guys, what if we trained the drill guys to be astronauts? There's no way the astronauts could learn how to drill. And I'm just going to say, I think it would be equally hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick, at Bad Movies We Love,
Hello.
says, as far as disaster movies go, it's right at the tippity top. Yeah, sure, the nature of the drillstronauts is ridiculous. But the movie and cast treat it earnestly, which gives it the juice. I've seen it many times, and even recently, the goodbye from Bruce to Liv still got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That part is good.
That's good.
Betsy Gorm, at Gorm_Betsy.
It should be Betsy Loves Twister.
She does.
I know.
She was messaging us about our Twister episode.
Yikes.
I was scared.
Yeah.
She says, ridiculous, implausible, stupid. 5 stars.
Ah! I love it.
Matthew Anderson, at Matthew05814152. Say that 5 times fast.
Mm-hmm.
Says, I was forced to watch this because I lost a bet. Surprisingly, not the worst Bay film I've seen, but it's still awful in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with that. The Transformers movies, woof.
Have you seen all of them?
No, I stopped because the last one in the series that I saw was horrible. Like I was just squirming in my seat watching it. That I was like, I can't continue. I can't keep doing this. I'm not getting anything out of it. There's no reason for me to do this.
It's such a bummer. The Transformer, not that you need to hear this, but the Transformer ride at Universal.
My God.
It's like one of the best rides.
Talking to Michelle about movies and learning that like every single movie has a ride. I'm like, how many rides are there?
It's so good.
Like, I'm really surprised
when we job. They did such a good
when
job.
we did Thelma and Louise that you weren't like, oh, the Thelma and Louise drive off the cliff ride. It's pretty great.
I wish they had that. Yeah.
The Power of John, at John Cleta,
Hello,
says, a movie that I absolutely loved when it came out, but have definitely changed my views upon multiple rewatches over the years. If you're looking for one of Bay's schlockiest, explodiest, handsomest cast, sweepingest camera, then it's between this and Transformers. Dumb fun, 6.5 out of 10.
dumb fun. That's yeah. We could stamp that on this movie. Dumb fun.
Over on Instagram, Simon Podcasts
Hey, friend.
says, I don't think that I will make 800 feet. I swear to God that I will.
Mm-hmm.
Aloha Love 808,
Kristen.
our friend Kristen, who last week said that Twister was her favorite,
I know.
says classic and still one of my faves.
Does Kristen love disaster movies?
I think that Kristen might love disaster movies.
Wow.
So there's some people that we do know. Now we go to a segment of the show where we hear from people that we don't know. It's called Half Star, 3-Star, 5-Star. All right, these are reviews from letterboxd.com, which is a website and an app where you can log, rate, and review films. We start with a half-star review, which is the lowest rating that you can give a film. We go all the way up to a 5-star review, which is the highest rating that you can give a film. And for the half-star review on this show, I usually read it in a silly voice or an accent or an impersonation. Michelle, do you have any requests? I could do Owen Wilson. He's got a voice that everybody does.
Can you do Owen Wilson? I guess we'll find out.
Wow. All right. Thankfully, this is a short one. Here is my horrible impersonation of Owen Wilson reading a half-star review for Armageddon. Watching Armageddon is akin to undergoing a root canal without anesthesia, while Aerosmith wails in the background, reminding you that pain can always find new dimensions.
Wow. Have you ever gotten a root canal?
I don't remember. I've had teeth removed. My wisdom teeth.
That's not a root canal.
Have you?
No, not yet.
Well, we won't know. We don't know that it's like watching Armageddon.
Yeah.
If I was getting a root canal and they were playing Don't Want to Miss a Thing, I would love that. I'd be like, I'll stay longer.
Keep drilling.
Hey, that's what they do in this movie.
I know.
3-star review says, pretty much sterilizes once they actually get into space, but the entire first half on Earth proves that nationalistic filmmaking is a lost art. And that's probably for the best, but there's a spectacle to this kind of glamour photography. A male gaze directed specifically at the American flag, and a framing of present-day Shanghai that would probably cut together seamlessly with the opening of Pirates of the Caribbean 3. Bay truly can't help himself. And yes, I also had in my notes, I forgot, when we cut to Shanghai, it looks like the background of a level from Street Fighter 2. It is absurd. And I'm just going to say it, kind of racist.
Mm-hmm.
It is 1998, and you would think that you just traveled like 200 years in the past.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. All right, 5-star review says, let's face it. This film was released at a time where big tentpole popcorn films were at their peak. Sure, we get big films today, but not by the standards that this film met. I was in a small 3-theater multiplex here at home in 1998. The sound was shoddy, the screen wasn't amazing, but the audience experience was there. I miss days like those. Yeah, the film is ridiculous. The science isn't there, but we went out because it was big, loud, and fun. And because our favorite stars were going to do something crazy, and that's all we could ask for.
Good review. That's a good review.
Good review. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we rate things as a schmovie, a movie, or a film. We rate them 1 through 5 stars, give our final thoughts and recommendations. Michelle, you won last week. And going over to our pickle tally, Michelle is currently at 16 pickles and I'm at 17. You're climbing up.
Watch out.
Okay. For you, I wrote down 3-star movie.
You are correct.
All right.
Yeah, I think this is a solid 3-star movie. I will recommend it.
Okay.
If you're looking for something fun and big and you haven't seen Armageddon yet, and you like the cast, a great ensemble, like we said, go for it. Am I watching this again? No. Simple as that.
Simple as that. Well, I mean, you don't have 10 years to watch a movie.
Well, right. But yeah, I'm good. For you, I feel like I definitely overshot.
So you mean you slungshot around the moon? Slingshot?
I think I like Michael Bay'd your review.
Yeah. Oh, you were 26 miles off of your landing destination?
I put 3.5 movie.
Oh, yeah. You're
I baited out.
Unfortunately. This is a 2-star movie for me. This is like close to a 1.5-star movie for me. Please, for the love of God, give this such a smaller budget, just so much less, just scrapes so much off of this thing. I think that the stuff that works is the emotional stuff, and you don't need all of the other gobbledygook to make that other stuff work.
Yeah.
And it just slows us down from getting there. It hampers us from getting there. And I'm so conflicted in giving this, because I just want to be like, it's fun. Who cares? Stop talking about it. But I can't. And I really did not enjoy watching this. There were some fun moments. There's some touching moments. If someone said to me, I've never seen Armageddon, I wouldn't tell them to watch it. So I guess I'm not recommending this. The only thing that I would say is that if it's been a really long time since you've seen it and you think that you love it, like if you're like, hey, I really love this, maybe revisit it and you'll be like, oh, this actually sucks. Or you'll be like, no, this actually is still fun. And you'll be able to connect to a younger time when you had fun. All right. Does this film pass the Seth Shell test? The Seth Shell test is our spin on the Bechdel test. We require that a movie contains something tangible that is impressive, whether choreography, production design, or a practical effect, and it must have a runtime that is justified by its content. This is a yes for me on the practical stuff. Listening to Michael Bay talk about how they made it and the thought that went into everything, very impressive. On the runtime, no. God, no for me.
Yeah, copy paste. I feel exactly the same way. I do. Like the runtime, but the production stuff, yes.
Hey, if you're listening to us and you haven't done so yet, we would really love it if you give us a rating and a review wherever you're listening. If you're on Spotify, you can leave us a comment right on the episode.
Leave us the asteroid, the rock that's flying, the meteor.
Dottie,
yeah. Send her our way.
You can also send us an email, moviefriendspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you thought about Armageddon. Let us know what you thought about Steve Buscemi, Slim Pickens, Animal Crackers, anything.
Yes.
You can also support the show, patreon.com/moviefriendspodcast. $5 a month gets you access to all of our additional episodes, ad-free episodes, our patron-only Discord. You get to vote on upcoming movies and monthly themes. Look, folks, we never would have done Armageddon, okay? This month that we are in right now, this was nominated and voted on by people just like you. Okay, so next week is your pick. What are we doing?
We're going to do Sharknado.
Holy cow.
Yeah, from 2013. Directed by Anthony C. Ferrante. A runtime of 86 minutes. And yeah, we're going to go silly. Next week, we're going to go what I'm assuming to be a schmovie.
Even sillier.
Even sillier.
We've been on a downward slope towards silliness this month, it turns out.
Yes. So here we go.
Have you seen this?
No, again, this is my pick for the month. I haven't seen it. I have always wanted to see it because I am a fan of Ian Ziering. So
who is this person, Ian Ziering? Like, how are you a fan of this person?
Yeah, he portrayed Steve Sanders on 90210, Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So right. Tara Reid's in it. So
hey.
Here we go. Sharknado.
All right. Well, hey, folks. Here we go.
I have no idea. I really don't know. It's sharks in a tornado.
I believe so. Yes. I have seen this.
You have seen it.
Yes.
Sorry to put you through it again.
That's more than fine. Well, hey, thanks, Michelle.
Thank you, Seth.
And hey, thank you very much for listening. And remember, folks, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to shut this bomb down. And then I'm going to make you shoot me. Till next time when we're talking about Sharknado. Thank you for listening. Have a good one.
Movie Friends is produced by Seth Vargas and Michelle Rubenstein. Theme music by Jean Marie Vargas. Visit us at our website, moviefriendspodcast.com, and please subscribe and rate our show wherever you are listening. You can support Movie Friends at patreon.com/moviefriendspodcast. Thanks for listening.